Hola, mi Bisshhs. Today, Clois, aka Manny Bish, over on Instagram. And today we are doing our Manny X Me unboxing. So, the sub box from Maniology, the nail stamping place. So, this theme is Death Disco. And we're getting our little cards, the little example they show you to make one of their designs that they have. And then you get your. This is for the full box. They have different levels of the boxes. I just do the full box for $30. And this, so you get 2 polishes, 2 stamping plates, and a surprise gift. The polishes will be released at a later date on the whole website. The stamping plates are exclusive for the subscribers of the box. So, yes. So, our polishes here. This one is Boogie Nights, and this other one is Funk Master 666. Not a fan of the 666, but I digress. That's the name of it. I'll just call it Funk Master, probably. And then we get a sticker here of the bats. I'm looking at this because it looked like it's got like a translucent back, but that sticker is so cute. And here's our plates. So, to me, I feel like it's not as, because it's called Death Disco, I feel like I wouldn't say death, because it's not giving death, maybe like spooky disco or something, but that's just my thoughts on what, like, it is, because it's not like, there's not any skeletons, really, minus the cherries on this plate, so, like, that's just what I would have associated with death. I would say, like, spooky disco is more the vibe. And then this is the freebie or the surprise. It's a like practice book where you can practice your stamping and stuff, and then the pages like peel up so that way you can wipe off your stamper, like clean it off as you're doing the situation, if that makes sense. So that is what that is. So, if you are a first time, if you want this box and you're not already a subscriber, use code SUB5 to get $5 off of your first subscription box. And if you are already a sub box thing and you're just going on the website to buy some stuff, use code CLOIS for 10% off. But also, if you're getting the sub box and adding more stuff to your cart, if the stuff that you add to your cart ends up being more than $50, use code CLOIS instead of SUB5, because then you'll get more than $5 off, if that makes sense. So, just a little tip to save y'all some money. And I am an affiliate, so if you use that code, I do make commission, but it's not any extra cost to you. It actually gives you a discount. So, there you go. I am using, I'm not doing dip powder on this. I'm going to use this what I already have on my nails as my base, which is the pink fiberglass that I have been in love with from Madam Glam. And I'm going to put some gel base over that just to get my, like, tacky layer without having to use the sticky base coat from Maniology, just because the stickiness does sometimes kind of wear off on that base coat. So if you don't want to work slow because then it dries, but you don't want to work too fast because if it's still too wet, then it is a whole issue. So I just did the base coat because I know the tacky layer is going to stay there until it's like I wipe it off or put something over it, essentially. So there's that. So we are doing this witch's hat. It's got a cobweb in the back, little flower. I'm going to do that, and we're going to do some reverse stamping. So I'm going to go ahead and paint, add some more color to that. So I'm just using the black to fill in the witch's hat because, well, usually a witch's hat is black, but later on you'll see that that's not always the case for me, apparently. Also, my stamper is cloudy on the bottom. I'm not entirely sure what happened to it, but I could still see part of the stamp through the side. So I hold it to the side and kind of look in between the stamper and the back and see what I've got covered or not. So that's that. There are, you can find your way to work around it. So I'm just taking a liner brush. This one is actually from Maniology. I did not mean to do this. I do like these it's a dual-ended liner brush dotting tool. I do really like these. I use them a lot. I have quite a few liner brushes for nail art that I use that I love. But these are one of them. And I did not plan to use it like, matching brand and everything. It just happened to be the one that I grabbed and reached for. So, there's that. And so I am taking this and I'm filling in the color where I want it. I'm using the pink on the flower, the black on the hat, and then that's it for that. I'm not filling in anything else on there. There was the cobweb, but I didn't fill in the cobweb. I just thought it would be fine on its own. And then the bat was already filled in, so with the orange. So there's that. And then we've got this guy. I love this little ghost. It is the cutest thing, honestly. It's got the little broomstick, a witch's hat. It's a cute little guy. So I'm going to fill him in with this more nude, creepy, yellowy gray. I don't even know. I think it's going for bone color, So I'm going to fill my ghost in with this guy. And a little bit of the black, yes, did kind of mingle in. I shouldn't have put that color directly over the black that I just did the outline with, but I did. And I don't know, I also feel like it just added a little bit of more depth to it also, adding some grayness in there. And then I added, this is where my ghost he had a pink witch's hat, because why not? And I still have my tacky layer from my base coat, my gel base. So after my polish dries from filling it in, I'm going to go apply that to my nail, as you will see. And having that tacky layer, you want the tacky layer when you reverse paint, okay? Whether it is the sticky base coat from Maniology or a gel base, you want the tacky layer when you reverse stamp, because you need to set that stamp aside and let it completely dry before you add it to your nail, and you need a sticky surface for that. If you're just going in and stamping boom, 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 right to your nail, getting it done, you don't really need a sticky base coat, because the nail polish is still going to be a little bit tacky and be able to stick, but when you're setting it aside and letting it completely dry, you need that tacky layer to get it to stick properly. So if you're struggling with reverse stamping and you're not using a tacky layer of something and you find that it's just not sticking, try using the tacky layer. So I went back and forth on where to put this stamp. I am putting it here. I will say that the orange with this pink, it is a little hard to see, but we've got a cute little ghost, a pumpkin, jack-o'-lantern with a witch's hat, so all cute things. We're going to do this kitty cat, and I am doing it in that boogie nights. It's not boogie, it was boogie nights. And then I'm filling in his little bones with black. Thinking back on it, I probably should have done it reverse, but this is how we're doing it. And it kind of looks like an x-ray, in the cartoons when they electrocute something and they give them the x-ray bone animation. That was the vibes that this was giving, and I really love that cat. And then this one, we're just doing Boo. So it's the B, one of the O's is a ghost, the other O is a jack-o'-lantern. And my poor little jack-o'-lantern kind of got a little stretched at the end because of the way I started and then I lifted and then put it back, and it kind of stretched my jack-o'-lantern out, but I digress. So the pink is Waikiki from a different little trio situation. The black is just straight up black, and then the other two polishes are from this box. And I am using my smudge-free top coat for this as well. I do like this top coat. I will say you probably, yes, it says smudge-free, but you still want your stamp to be pretty dry before you go in with this. So keep that in mind as well, because if you work too quickly between stamping and this, it is still going to smudge. So make sure everything's completely dry, go in with this, and then you should be good. And I usually just put this like directly on the parts that have the stamp. Like if the stamp is directly in the middle of my nail, then I'll just kind of like go directly in the middle of my nail and kind of work around it. I don't just full on paint, if that makes sense, the whole nail. And now I'm going in with this top coat. Now, we kind of ran into some issues, so I'm just like working through this really fast because I'm going to show y'all that I did this step. But this is just a regular gel top coat. It does have the tacky layer, so you have to like, the inhibition layer, so you have to like wipe that off with alcohol. And that's where I kind of ran into an issue, I think, with this, was because, or you know what, I can't even blame it on that, because this is the other thing. If you're working with polish and gel together, you need your nail polish part to be 100% completely dry. And when I felt it, it was still a little tacky. When I felt the smudge-free top coat, it was still a little tacky. So I probably shouldn't have gone in yet with my gel, but I did anyways, and it created the wrinkle effect, which can happen if you have undried polish and then you apply a gel over it and cure it. So I think that was my issue, so I can't blame it on the having to wipe it with alcohol, because I was going to say I think like maybe adding the alcohol to it and rubbing it is what messed it up, but now thinking about it, that's not what it was. So anyways, I did that and it wrinkled. So to try and save it from looking wrinkly, I went back and put on a no wipe top coat, gel top coat from Madam Glam. And this is what we ended up with, you guys. I really love this. My son is asking for stamps, these Halloween stamps on his thumb now, and so we'll probably do that for him. I've been painting his thumbs for him with like different nail art situations. But anyways, this is that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. It helps me out a ton, and it's free to you. I will catch y'all in the next one. Bye, Bisshhh!